What's up? This morning was very choppy, so if you are alive to tell the tale, then yay. And I survived, but it was rough. And I also think that I might have picked like the slowest moving stock in all of mankind today. Honestly, I probably would have been better off painting the wall behind me and just like watching paint dry, but it worked out. Okay, so I've been watching FUTU since last week, so I've been waiting to take a trade on this. I like that the weekly is in a downtrend. The daily has been in a downtrend for a while too, but it recently kind of turned up, so it's a little confusing. And when the daily and the weekly aren't doing the same thing, I'm kind of waiting for the market to make a decision and kind of tell me what's going to happen. So, like I said, I like this range on FUTU, and if you notice, if you back it up over here, it, oop, wow, that box, you get the you get the idea. So yeah, there's this range here, and it kind of lines up with this one. So I'm looking at the top of this range because that's where we're opening. Whether if the market's gonna break out, then I'm looking for that level to play off of for a long. And if the market rolls over, then I'm looking for that level to play off for a short back into this range. So that was my plan. And when you bring up the SPY this morning, let me put that on here. And let's put some pivots on the SPY because that's what I was looking at. So this morning, when we opened like this. So when I say choppy, I mean it. Like, it didn't know if it wanted to go up, it didn't know if it wanted to go down. And what I was looking at before they opened was the fact that we were sitting right around R3. And I thought, excuse me, if we could get up, if we could break up above this, then maybe we would get a breakout, and maybe FUTU playing that level would be, a breakout to the top side. And if it rolled over, then maybe we would get a short play. But the market just didn't want to make a decision. And so I did get a little bit of a choppy mess going in FUTU. Let's bring that back. And it's really a bummer because my first entry was a dream. So when we opened, I noticed the market was struggling. So I threw out a limit order at the level that I liked, which is the top of that range. And I threw it in for a short because the market was struggling a little bit. And I had my stop up here, 10% of the ATR away. So I took a short, and we broke down, and then we got bought right back up. And I was just like, I am expecting this to move a lot quicker than this. Like, it rejected this level. If it's going to actually reject the level, I'm expecting it to drop. But because it came back so quickly, I thought to myself, I don't know that it's ready. I don't know if the market's ready. And I just hit out. Unfortunately, I should have just, put my stop at break even and like let that live. But the spread on this guy was like 20 cents at the time. And it was really risky to be playing this. So I was kind of thinking, if this shoots up, it's just gonna do that because of the spread. So I just decided to hit out. I think I made like $4 lunch money. And then I thought, all right, I'm watching it, and the market's still chopping around, and I should have just waited. But every time we came up here, it rejected it. So I hit in at a market order on this. We shot down. I was like, we got it. Here we go. It came right back up, and I was like, no, it's still too choppy. Break even. Same thing. Comes up, comes back down, market order. I'm like, yep, we got it. Here we go. It hasn't even like come back and even tried this level again. And I'm like, nope, I don't like it. Out at break even. And then I had to have a little talk with myself, which was, this is your level. We're below the level. If the SPY makes a decision and decides to do that, you're fine. You're fine. So at this point, I have $4 worth of lunch money, and I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to take the risk that it will stay below this level. So I hit in 2 market orders, actually, because this one came and then it bought back up, and I was like, here we go. Here we go. Balls to the walls. I believe in this level. The market just needs to make up its damn mind. What's interesting, I just want to show this really quick, is what I failed to look at while I was trading was, well, that guy doesn't want to come over here, so we'll put him over here. What I failed to look at this morning while watching the SPY chop around was actually the financial sector, which is what FUTU is a part of. So the XLF ETF was pushing up, and the market was going like this. So there's a lot of confusion going on in FUTU because of this. And if we can push up, but then roll over and get the market to roll over at the same time, and we're below that level that I really liked, I mean, that's just a lot of stuff working in our favor. The only thing not working in my favor on this was the RVOL, which was like 75%. So it wasn't even at 100, which is making it difficult. But yeah, so going back to FUTU, eventually, take off the pivots on here because I don't need them on this one. Boop, pop, beep. Okay, put on the 5. So I'm thinking, eventually once I was in this, I was like, all right, cool. We finally made a decision. We picked a direction. We've lost this level. We're going back into this range. And then I'm like, okay, so we're not 100% RVOL. We're 75%. So if the ATR is 4, well, then 75% of that is 3. So I'm looking for at least a 3-point move. Which was down, I think at like 42.60 or something like that. So I was looking for, a decent drop to the downside. But the problem is that even though the L2 had large lots to the downside, there wasn't a ladder to get them there. And it couldn't get there. There just wasn't enough volume. But anyways, so, here's my trade. So finally, I hit in here. When it bounced off of previous day low, I took a partial. When the SPY was holding S3, and this was at pre-market low, I took a partial here. And then, it just started trending up. I had my stop at break even. And then I saw this situation and was like, I will just wait and make sure. If it breaks this, maybe I'll get out of it and just, take a couple more bucks off and just call it a day because it's really tricky and it's not moving how I think it's going to move. I then at one point thought maybe I'll add here, but then I was like, Megan, you need to calm down because this was really tricky this morning and you just be happy with this. So, so I didn't end up adding to it, but, it came back down, pushed back up. And at that point I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go work out because I'm over you, FUTU. So I just hit out, and obviously it didn't make the rest of the move that I thought it was going to make. So right idea, possibly the wrong day for it. Yes, I got a good move, but was it the move that I thought I was going to get? Not really. But I am happy that I got something out of it and that I survived this situation. All right, that's it for today. Peace.